Furious. Glaswegian erupted as Sturgeon Swathe of new COVID restrictions received hellish backlash. A furious Glaswegian erupted at Nicola Sturgeon, branding the First Minister a maniac for the recent swathe of new COVID restrictions she introduced. An irate lady from Glasgow drew comparisons between Boris Johnson and Nicola Sturgeon, stressing that the only thing that keeps them in power is a lack of presentable alternatives. Scotland's First Minister came in for criticism after deciding to beef up coronavirus restrictions in the country, prompting Glaswegian caller Shona to furiously call her a maniac. Boris Johnson is reportedly in the last chance saloon with a minimal margin of error after a series of high-profile gaffes that led to some of his Tories' estrangement and willingness to boot him out, with pressure becoming even more intense if he implements a new lockdown after Christmas. Asked about the performance of Ms Sturgeon and Welsh First Minister Mark Drakeford, Shona said, "I think they're in competition with each other as well. She's been watching him, Boris Johnson, and she just screams for more money. Actually, I heard her saying the other day she needs more money from Westminster or she becomes totally shut down in Scotland. She's stopped the football, she's cancelled Hogmanay's, she would love to cancel Christmas. She's just a maniac, basically." But despite the disastrous situation that has ensued since his alleged Christmas party antics dating back to December 2020 and the breakout of Omicron, Shona still thinks that Mr Johnson is in another league compared to the Scottish First Minister. She told that the pair is helped by a lack of standout candidates which keeps them in their jobs and questioned what Labour Party leader Sir Keir Starmer brings to the table. The caller said, "I think the only thing that he's got going for him at the moment is that he is not like our Nicola Sturgeon at the moment. The only thing he's got going for him is he's not Nicola Sturgeon at the moment. I can't see anybody, it's a bit like up here with Nicola Sturgeon, the alternatives are nowhere to be seen. There's not an opposition in Edinburgh, at all. There's nobody. The Deputy Prime Minister is a moment to Keir Starmer. Keir Starmer is doing a good job of supporting Boris. But apart from that, I don't see what he's doing. I think everybody's in competition with each other to see how draconian they can make the measures." After confirming that Omicron established itself as the dominant strain on Scottish shores, several of the new rules which will come into force from 26 December onwards were unveiled. All hegemony events will be called off. A maximum of 500 people will be allowed in outdoor public events, including football stadiums, a decision that infuriated spectators. And in a major blow to pubs, the numbers at indoor events are limited to 200 seated and 100 standing, as no more than 3 different households are allowed to sit together. The drastic new measures have been implemented in the fight against Omicron, with the new variant having become Scotland's dominant strain, Ms Sturgeon stressed. Over 60% of all cases are Omicron-related in Scotland, with Delta making up the rest. The COVID self-isolation period for fully vaccinated Scots could be cut to a week, John Swinney has announced. The Deputy First Minister says the Scottish Government is considering reducing the period people have to stay at home from the current 10 days to 7. Swinney's comments come after it was announced that from today, in England, those who receive negative lateral flow results on day 6 and day 7 of their self-isolation period no longer have to self-isolate for the full 10 days. Any rule change may help thousands of families see each other in Scotland this Christmas. Earlier in December, Nicola Sturgeon announced that self-isolation rules would be extended in a bid to curb the rapid spread of Omicron across the country. As we reported on Tuesday, Scotland's traditional Hogmanay celebrations will be cancelled and live sports will be effectively spectator-free for 3 weeks from Boxing Day as part of new COVID-19 restrictions. Speaking in the Scottish Parliament on Tuesday, the First Minister also introduced new curbs on hospitality and urged people to stay at home as much as possible until at least the first week of January.